regular season finale for the Craftsman Truck Series. We were delayed, but now we're green in Richmond.
Three wide in Richmond.
Matty D.
Part of that.
Oh, somebody was in the outside wall. Was that Sanchez? Looked like a black truck. I believe it was Sanchez. They got in the wall off for turn 2.
He doesn't need that. Came in with a 21-point advantage over the cut line. Did the rookie from Miami.
We saw that truck get into the outside wall on the first lap off for turn 2. We're pretty sure it was going to be the 2 truck of Sanchez. There he is right there.
Oh, I don't think that'll hurt anything, Phil.
I don't think so. I don't think he hit it hard enough to swing that tail end over.
And he started inside the top 15, running 13th, so it appears no harm.
He already drove in the fence off of 2. I don't think it's bad. It's just the quarter panel.
I think that's the spotter relaying news to the crew chief so they know how to prepare for any issues that Nick might report from the steering wheel of that 2 truck.
Good. Final lap, stage 1. How good has Ty Majeski been? Starts on the pole, closing in on Tyler Ankrum. Ankram's going to stay. On the lead lap is Majeski, takes the green and white checkered flag. For Majeski, that's his 3rd stage win of 2023. He said, give me some playoff points as we head toward the postseason. We're green in our 2nd stint of the race.
Another great job by Majeski.
Did you see Carson Hocevar back there?
Jamming it in
wide. Way low. They're 3 wide.
Thompson off the 2 of Sanchez, looks like.
Hocevar from the rear to start this race, solidly inside the top 15, being scored 11th right now and looking for more side by side, as you said, with Sanchez.
Now we got that battle for the free pass. Zane Smith, you saw in the 38, he's currently in that position. Our shop, DanielDye.com, on board from the front bumper. It still works, Adam.
I said 125 was the over-under, so, you know, I got a little time here to let it play out.
What about Matt Crafton?
Wow, going for the 2nd spot on his teammate Ben Rhodes.
And hey, there is the caution. Dean Smith goes for a Dean Thompson. Dean Smith, my gosh, the college basketball coach at North Carolina.
Tar Heels.
Broadcast
Tar
tonight.
Heels.
Yeah. Dean Thompson brings out, and Zane Smith will now get the free pass.
And man, they have improved that truck too. He was cruising along in the top 10. It would be fun to see what Zane can do coming from the back. And this truck, Dean Thompson, he was fast as well, running right there along behind Haley Deegan and Colby Howard. They were right behind Zane when when he got spun.
You know, I've been watching, we have a scoring monitor here in our booth, and I've been watching the lap times, and I'm telling you, it looks like there's 10, 12 trucks all running within a 10th or 2 of the lap time. Obviously, Majeski put such a huge lead out, but everybody else is just about able to run the same speed.
Check out what happens a little bit late here. Don't know if he got any help, but he was sort of all by himself. Don't know if somebody got into him entering the corner. Maybe there was
that's Haley. There. That's Haley right behind him.
And they were racing each other.
I don't see a telltale mark on the back of that truck, so may have just been a situation where Dean lost control.
We'll see how it plays out. Short run in stage 2.
Look who's looking.
3 wide. Are you kidding me? They're trying to get there. Majeski, Rhodes, Carson Hocevar has entered the conversation after starting in the rear.
How about Heim going to pull over and block the advance of Majeski?
Look at that strong run for Rhodes.
Ben Rhodes, you said it, loves that high lane. Trying to power around the outside of Heim.
Let's see if it works down here in 1 and 2 as good as it did in 3 and 4, and it does. I think he's got that lead.
Wow. Still feel like if I could pinch it all the way to the bottom, I'd run that road on out.
Here's Majeski, flashing underneath of his teammate. Rhodes won at Charlotte, blocking up a playoff position. Majeski got it done on points. He's been the model of consistency, but doesn't have a trophy so far this year, and Majeski's now back out in front at Richmond.
Definitely gave his teammate Rhodes room on the outside if he needed it coming off the corner.
10 to go, second stage. Oh my goodness. 98 Ty Majeski, too fast entering.
Big mistake.
Yeah, and that's a mistake. It's going to be hard to overcome, even as fast as that truck is.
Bad for the team. Bad for Ty Majeski. Bad for Tim Duggar, who's riding on the tailgate there.
Well, we're about to get a show. Majeski's dominated. Now he's going to have to come from the back in the final stage.
But he and Stuart Friesen, you see ahead of him there, back, both in that position.
30 points below the cut line is Friesen. As we begin this final stage, Carson Hocevar jumping out front on the restart. 3 wide for second.
Whoa, look at
contact.
That.
Ben Rhodes and Eckes getting together. Right along with Matt Crafton.
To his inside, the rookie Jake Garcia. He's been impressive tonight.
But how impressive has Hocevar been? Started last and made his way to the lead.
And what about Zane Smith? A lap down, couldn't find the handle, get the free pass, and now he's 7th in the running order. And Ty Majeski, who dominates, winning Stage 1, Stage 2, has led 132 laps after a speeding penalty, has worked his way to the top 5. Are you kidding me? He's now past Christian Eckes.
18 laps. He was the fastest truck since we restarted. 18 laps. And remember, so many of those early ones, he was in heavy traffic because he had to start behind everybody.
Talk about motivation. Wanting to deliver for your team. This cat is on it right now.
I've been saying that he needs a caution. Maybe he doesn't need a caution because he is absolutely running through this field.
If you're Phil Gould, when do you start calling your driver and say, hey, you could have some company coming from way behind, because Majeski is on the move.
Hocevar would say, what are you doing here? And how did you get here?
Just lap after lap now, he's the fastest truck on the racetrack.
And that last time by, Phil, he was the fastest truck. And I know lap traffic is a part of the equation by nearly 4/10. You see he's in clean race, has a clean racetrack, and there's his next target. 2 targets right in front of him.
I just love the laser focus. And Michael, you talked about anytime a driver has a miscue, there's added motivation to fix the problem. But the focus that he must have right now to do what he's doing. And now he's not just passing trucks that are a lap or 2 down. He's going by some of the best we've seen all night long. Zane Smith next up for the 90s. Hocevar's lead just over 4 seconds. Majeski now in second place, Josh.
Yeah, and Carson Hocevar is very aware of what the 98 of Ty Majeski is doing. Hocevar, a guy himself who came from the back. Well, Majeski's doing that right now, and over the radio, the team told him, hey, Majeski is at P3, and since then he's got up to P2. They said, hey, just keep hitting your marks, doing what you're doing, but they're keeping an eye on the 98 right now.
35 laps to go at Richmond, and we have a new leader. Ty Majeski back on point. The advantage for Carson Hocevar had gotten down inside of 2 seconds, so he came to pit road, made a green flag stop. Matt Crafton is there now, Josh. Ty Majeski is leading. He has dominated this race as we hit our Craftsman 20 to go. The question becomes, can he hang on? He has stayed out, and he's on those older tires. And now the challenge is real. Hocevar is there, off of turn 4, 4 laps to go in the 42 in the hip pocket of the 98 Ty Majeski, our race leader.
You remember when Hocevar was trying to win his first race and he ran out of fuel on the last lap?
Oh, and he's sideways. Look at those black marks.
Hocevar all the way back after the pit stop. Inside of Ty Majeski. Carson Hocevar back out front at Richmond with 3 laps to go. 1 lap remaining for Carson Hocevar. Started at the back of the field today. Drove all the way to the front. Very, very impressive was that ride. Lost the top spot. Decided to play some strategy. And it's worked out perfectly. Hadn't won coming into this year. Going into playoffs with plenty of momentum. The hat trick for Carson Hocevar. His third win of the season comes at Richmond.